What's up, Gadgeteers? My name is Hector and this is Gadget Beard, and on this channel I unbox and review everyday tech, gadgets, and accessories for you. And on today's video we have the first 5 things to do when you first buy the Bold N1. Now right off the back, this is a great device. I am currently reviewing this device, but let's go ahead and right off the back start with number 1 is you want to remove all bloatware from this device. Now I have removed everything that came in. There was games that were on here that came pre-installed with the device, as well as Facebook, Amazon, and all kinds of other stuff. I did go ahead and remove it. Now the stuff that you couldn't remove was the Opera web browser, but you can disable it, and once you disable it, it pretty much wipes it from your app drawer, which is a good thing, just like this sound recorder. So if you want to go ahead and disable or remove a app, you go ahead and hold down on it. So you go to app info, and now if you're not allowed to remove it or uninstall it, you'll go to this page here. You go force stop, and this one, it does not allow you to disable, but then you hit disable and it'll disable the app and it'll remove it from the app drawer. But this is just a sound recorder, so that's basically the only one, an FM radio that you can remove. The rest you can actually remove. So there's not too much bloatware, and that is the number 1 thing you want to do. The number 2 thing you want to do is that you see all these large icons and stuff when you go to text messaging. You see how big this thing is? It's just huge, right? So everything's huge, everything's big. So the number 2 thing you want to do is head down to settings, go to display, and I like to set my display size to small because it's gonna give me more real estate. Actually, it's going to shrink things down just by a bit, but they're still readable. There's nothing that is too tiny to see, because you're just changing the display size to small. You're not changing the actual font, so it gives you more real estate. It looks a little bit cleaner in my opinion. As you can see, look at the menus here. You see more in the menus. It looks a little bit better, crispier, and why not? If you like that, I honestly like this right here. So that's the number 2 thing you want to do, is go ahead and shrink that display. That you can see how the icons shrink down a little bit, actually by a lot, and it looks a little bit more appealing to my eye. It just looks a little bit better than those large huge icons that kind of look cartoony to me. So that's the number 2 thing you want to do, is go under display and then shrink down the display to small, so you can get more real estate out of that phone. The number 3 thing you want to do, now I don't like the haptic feedbacks from these budget phones. They're not good, and they make the phone feel cheap. It reminds you that you're having a budget phone. Now by far, this hardware on this phone is great. It does not really look like a budget phone. It doesn't feel like a budget phone, but the haptic motor is a little bit weak, so every time you type it vibrates, and I don't like that. So what I'll do is I'll go under the Google keyboard here, go to settings, go to preference, and then I like to enable sound on press and then disable haptic feedback on press, because I like hearing the sound better than actually feeling the haptic feedback. With the haptic motor in the device, in my opinion, it's not that great. So that is the one thing I do. That's the number 3 thing to do, is activate sound on press on your keyboard settings and deactivate haptic feedback. So once you start typing, you're gonna hear the, I like to hear that instead of feeling the weak haptic feedback motor. So the 4th thing to do is I like to change the launcher. Now there's nothing wrong with the stock launcher here, but I like a more pixel-like experience. You do have the swipe right to access your Google Now feed, and then you do, if you hold down, you do get some settings, but not too much customization settings. You can't change the icons or anything like that. So I personally like to change the launcher, and that's the number 4 thing, is change your launcher. So let's go ahead and go into the app drawer. Now I already downloaded a launcher. Rootless Launcher is a pixel launcher, is by far one of my favorite launchers. You can see it gives me a better pixel-like experience here. Now by default you're gonna get these apps right here, but these are all links to web pages, so you can hold on these and remove them, and they will not appear on your app drawer at all. Now you do not have the swipe right for Google Now, but you can activate that. So if you go here, where is it, display Google app, boom, and now you have it, and it is in dark theme. So that is awesome. The Rootless Launcher gives you more customization options here. It allows you to change your icon shapes. It allows you to change icon packs, which a lot of launchers don't. So it's a very stock Google Pixel experience, but it does give you some customization, and that is the fourth thing I like to do when you first buy your Bold N1. Now the fifth thing to do, it's not recommended, but a lot of people like to do this, is you can make your phone feel a lot snappier and faster by cutting down your animation times. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. Is you go down to settings, so you need to go to about device, click on there, and then you need to go to the build number right there, and you kind of got to press it until it says you're now a developer, which is fine. So once you do that, you back out of there, you go down to systems, and you are presented with this developer options menu there. You select that, scroll down to your animations times, and right here where it says window animation scale, transition animation scale, animator duration scale, so you can cut these down to 0 or half a second. I recommend half a second, but if you actually want to go blazing fast, if you turn them off, the phone will feel and perform fast as hell. And that's the fifth thing to do when you first get your Bold N1, if you want to make your phone feel blazing fast. I'm not gonna do that because I'm perfectly happy with the performance that I'm getting from the Helio P70. It's not bad at all. It feels snappy as hell. So it's been performing well. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions in regards to the first 5 things to do when you first buy your Bold N1, please leave them down in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.